Hello everyone, this is Diana Bedell. So today I have one of my favorite bag subscription, however you want to say it. It is the Patchwork Parcel. I really love and I enjoy this bag a lot because it's all the time special. I love how Elaine put everything in the bags. Like I said before, details is one of the things that you actually make the customer feel special, and she does have that tactic for doing it. So let's go and open it. I didn't open this type prior, so I'm going to open with you guys. Yes, I'm using the scissors for open, but they are really heavy duty scissors, so that's fine. I know a lot of you probably knocking their head in the tables because it says don't do it, but that's okay. Believe me, my husband ruined me one of my favorite scissors and really expensive one, so this one is not that expensive, so I think it's okay. So look at that bag, so lovely. I really love this bag. Oh gosh. So let's see what Elaine sent us this time. Oh, look at this, guys. Watch. Just watch, guys. You get a sneak peek of that pattern, don't you? Huh? I know. So it says, Patchwork Parcel, your monthly quilting surprise. Feel free to share your project at Patchwork Parcel Facebook page, and it give you www.facebook.com/patchworkparcel. What is in the bag? So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I do want to read this one because it's more fabric and the project and everything. So I want to make sure you know what it is. It says a gorgeous fall colored sunflowers, mums, and pumpkin along with coordinator blended from Anthem album fabric collection by Color Principle by Henry Glass Fabrics. The backing fabric is from Galaxy Fabric, and she said she actually highlight a notice. It says, note, you will notice that I have given you the yard you need to make the table runner, which is not the amount directly on by the patent. Used to irritate me to buy a kit and have no much fabric left over. So the patent we get is the Anthem Album Runner Designer by Heidi Predimore for Color Principle. Yeah, Principle. The kit includes everything to make the table runner, no placement mats. And then it has another highlight there. It says, note, it says, I cut 3/7/8 of a squares at 4 inches instead to make half square triangles. Give a bit more wiggle room when the trimming down to 3.5. So this is a small tip she actually give you, that cut it a little bit bigger and then trimming down. I do have the problem, and I do agree with her. I have the problem that I want to have a half square triangles, by example 4.5, but if I came and I cut the fabric, I mean, for whatever reason, and I measuring so many times that 1/4 of an inch, I never have that the right side. Is all the time kind of shrinking for one side, and I can say why I did wrong. So one lady years ago in Wyoming, I was in Wyoming, my husband used to work in refineries, construction, so we used to trip a lot. I mean, a lot. I put about 50,000 miles in my car in a year and a half, so just imagine that. So this lady, I went to this quilt shop, and I do believe it is in, yeah, it is in Wyoming. I don't remember the town. but it's the bigger town in Wyoming. I'm not quite a bit sure of the name. So she came in and I look her, she'd give classes and whole thing. So I came and I said, I saw her cutting the fabric, sew it in a little tiny vintage sewing machine like this. And so I came to say, hey, how you get those all the time perfect squares? Because I see you doing a couple of them and it's just came perfect. So she came and she looking at me, and the first thing she asked me is, did you steam your fabric? Do you use a steamer? And I can say, yeah, I do. So she says, that's why. Over the years, she says, I've been finding that every time I used to use a steam, my fabric shrink. So I never have half square triangles exactly how it's supposed to. So I haven't put that in that tip I haven't used it at all. I promise you I'm going to use it and I find out how that is possible. So, and see if I actually can get that half square triangle and cut it in the right time. But what I do normally do is I cut it a little bit bigger and then shrink it up. So I do even have those block rulers, block rulers, where you can actually trim whole thing around. So that's what I do. So I do agree with her, making a little bigger and then shrinking down, cut them down. And then it says the batting, you get a warm 100 cotton batting by Warm Company. It's 100 cotton and use 100 cotton scrim. Needle poncho with super clean natural cotton growing USA. And also can be stitched up to 10 inches apart. And it says the notions, you get 4.5 square ruler by Fishcash. Happy quilting, Elaine. So here is all the notes. I'm going to write down all the tips and everything. This time I'm going to write down the whole thing, for you can actually take her tips and see if you guys can finally get those half square triangles right. So here is the fabric. So for those ones doesn't know about Patchwork Parcel, they do have 2 boxes. This one is a project box. So they give you a whole thing. They give you the top of the side quilter, they give you the backing, they give you the batting you are going to use, and it is affordable. It's not that pricey, but normally don't believe that you are going to get a full king size quilt. No, you're going to get like a table runner, sometimes a placemat, mug rugs, a small quilt like a 50 by 50 or 40 by 40 or something like that. So it's not a huge big project, but hey, this is a weekend project, guys, for those people that only want to sew and finish the project quickly. So you can actually spend one weekend and doing this project really easy, or maybe take 2 weekends and you don't have to run to the store and figure it out what backing you want to put, or figure it out what batting you need to use. Some people, I do know that some people doesn't know much about batting. But normally, guys, you want or 100% cotton or you want 80-20. That's the most quilters use. That is basically 80% cotton and 2% polyester. So, continue with the fabric. This is one of the things I really love about Elaine. She always labeled the fabric, as you can actually see here. Let me put it in the center for you can, let's see, here. So you can see it. She does that work for us. So I really like it because then you don't mess up with the fabric. So this one, it says that it's a paisley, for the paisley pumpkin, and the fabric is really lovely, guys. And then this one is Whimsy Shutter. And then we have Paisley Forest. Look at that fabric. Ooh, I really love it. And this one is for the olive, for the olives. And then we have whimsy for the cream. Then we have the sunflower pumpkin, that is the fabric E. And we have crayon black fabric A. Look at those beautiful sunflowers. I really love it, Elaine. So we have this one, and this one is that red. Then we have the striped cream. Oh, doo -doo -doo -doo. I'm gonna span this one, and this one is probably more than a yard. Yep, it is more than a yard. So look at that lovely fabric. For those ones who likes to do the peak and the peacock, the turkey, and likes to decorate a whole table and those kind of stuff. And here's the notion. So every month she actually put one notion. So we get the ruler we're going to use for this one. We get the backing fabric. It's not that lovely backing fabric. I love it. And then we get the batting. So see what I say, guys, it's a lot of stuff, and it's really affordable box. So it's not like another box that they actually only send you the top quilt and forget it about the backing, right? She actually sent whole thing. I love it. This is one of the boxes I really love, Elaine. I love it, I love it, and I love it. So the pattern is the Anthem album, and it's only include, like she says, it's included the table runner and not the placemats. But hey, we might can actually contact Elaine, and she might can basically give you a little bit of the fabric and purchase from them. If you don't want to go start to running from store to store, she might would do that. I don't know if you do it, Elaine, but please let me know. So here it is. It's not that gorgeous. I really love the pattern she actually chose too, which is it's amazing. I really love her experience for choosing the fabrics. She always chooses really nice and great fabrics. So here it is. The block. And I love that actually the block is actually in color, because, well, it's almost impossible you actually mess up because she labeled the whole thing. But in the event you do it, you can just figure it out by the pattern coloring. So see, it's actually easy blocks. It's not so hard as I can see. It's really easy blocks. And hey, you get everything. You get everything. You get a pattern. You get your top quilt. You get the backing. I mean, you get everything, guys. Binding, the backing, and absolutely everything. I mean, thank you, Elaine, and I do appreciate this one. And thank you to you guys for seeing my videos. And hey, watch how much fabric we get. We get a lot of fabric in this one. I can feel it, I can tell. It's like this one we get probably, this is a yard. Okay, so this one is 1 yard. This one is probably more than a yard. Let me take a look at it. See, this is easily 2 yards. I'm not kidding you guys. You are getting 2 yards of this fabric. See? Easily you are actually getting 2 yards on this one, and then you get everything as came labeled. So I really love it. I really, that is more than worth it, this box. It's great. Always came in this handy cutie bags. I don't know if Elaine makes it or she sent someone to make it, but they are really lovely. So if you finish your project, don't worry, you don't have to throw it away. You can fold it and put a next project on it. So hope you guys enjoyed this box, and this was the Patchwork Parcel for the month of August 2018. And please, guys, let me know what you're thinking about this amazing box. I really love it. I enjoy it. Hope you guys enjoy it, and hope you guys can join them too. And see you in the next video. And this was Diana Bedell. See you. Bye-bye.